How's it, guys? Welcome back to my channel. This is going to be a two-part race that I'm going to show you guys. First race was just mayhem, which was this one. Second race is going to be quite an interesting one. So in this race over here, I qualified behind Tom Gamer in front. Both races I actually did. And second race I feel a little bit unfortunate for him, but you'll see what happens. But it's just a matter of racecraft and understanding what happens in a race. Okay, so off the line here, Jay gets some good drive. First gear is quite strong and long. That's what she said. And we make our way through. So Merc here runs a little bit wide. Ferrari goes a little bit off, closing the field a little bit. I show nose on the inside of the Merc to push him wide, which he does. So I thought I could try set him up for this move here, but he held the inside, so I gave him space. Beetle runs wide there. BM catches up, loses a bit of oversteer. Okay, now I'm in the slipstream of all three cars. And what happens is amazing. The Moses. So I come down. We're all on the brakes, three abreast. I get a slight nudge from the Beetle behind me. Obviously he's not going to stop. And then I get a huge shunt from the Spanish guy. Okay. So from here I need to play catch up. Last place. So fast forward a little bit. So Beetle in front of me. He obviously got bumped off or just drove like an absolute imbecile. So I thought, okay, I'm not going to bump him off, but I'm going to make an aggressive move. So coming into turn one, I get the slipstream, doors open, put my nose in, go to the apex, and I nudge him wide. He obviously didn't like this because he drives a Beetle and tries to hit me through here, and then successfully hits me through here. So I'm now back to last. Amazing driving if you're watching this two-door. So I invited him to the chat, but obviously being a Beetle driver he wouldn't accept it. Right, so moving a bit forward after this. Started making a position, some yellow flags came out, a lot of guys fighting for position and bumping. Pulled in this Lamborghini quite nicely, started to lose that two-door guy behind me. Okay, good overtaking on the Lambo. Okay, I got a half-second penalty here for jumping the curve through the chicane. Okay, so I lost the Porsche, had to serve my pen. Coming to the penalty zone. Okay, so two doors back behind me. I'm not even going to have a look to see what he did and how he got past. Probably bumped everybody. So yeah, this is the interesting thing. So last lap, I'm in 9th place. Let's go back. So in front of me, 1, 2, 3 positions given to me. So let's actually have a look at that. I haven't looked and seen what actually happened between these three. Okay, so these three just all decided to moot each other. Ferrari lost into the Porsche, into the beer. So, speaking about racecraft. Okay, so this was the first race. Moving on to the second. So here's the full race. The second race that I did. I was a BS rated driver here. I qualified 9th, and I think I was 14 was my car number, so if I could get above that I obviously could bump my driver rating back up. So BS at the beginning of this race turned out to be quite a good race. Again, a lot of guys don't understand what racecraft is. This guy behind me here, for example, used me as a brake a few times because he brakes at his normal place, not taking into consideration what slipstream actually is. So anyway, here we get started. Start in 9th place, 6th already away from keyboard. Bye Felicia. Right, so coming into turn one, the Jag did understeer a little bit, so you'll notice I lose the guys a touch here, but then on the drive on the way out I seem to pull them in. I found that the Jag was quite planted. I got a fast time in the Jag and about the same with the NSX and about the same with the GTR, but my Optimum was better with the other two, but I just found they were just too loose on the rear. So we'll focus on this Campbell guy here. So in the slipstream behind me, I've got the Merc in front of me, so I brake a little bit. Ooh, hiccups. I brake a bit earlier. And first lap, cool, he was quite clean. You can see no contact there. Guy behind him nearly took him out. Okay, so like I say, some decent racing here in the beginning. Get nice and close to the Merc. Put some pressure. I think he ran wide here. No, next lap. Okay, these right-handers again. I see a lot of people taking a lot of different lines. I'm trying to miss that second apex, and I find it turns the car a little bit quicker so we can get onto the gas. So a little bit slower through that second right-hander, and then you can get some good drive on the way out. Okay, so coming into this corner, you'll see lots of argy-bargy in the front. The Merc does run wide. Try to get my nose in. Backed out of it. Okay, nice big string of cars in front of us. Right, coming to turn one again, you'll see I lose a little bit coming through here. Thank God for ghosting. But on the exit, I pull him right back in again. The difficult part here is because I drive in a bonnet cam, I really struggle to see these bumps here. So if I did get them right, it was by pure luck. Okay, so Peugeot behind me, nice and close. I'm still in the Merc slipstream, and you'll see here he brakes at his normal place, which is understandable. There he bumps me into him, bumps, but I gave way back to the GTR. So let's go back there. So GTR does brake a little bit late. Okay, so he runs a bit wide. Takes a weird line, so he braked quite early, so I did bump him, but I gave him right of way, so we all went back into our respective positions. So here I thought, okay, I need to get in front of this guy because he's holding me up, so I put my nose on the inside and got the move. But as you have a look, you'll see this Peugeot really just forces his way through. So every overtake that I lined up, he just forced his nose in and tried to follow through. So if you have a look from here, no contact between us. Clean driving from the Peugeot, huh? Right, so now I had some catching up to do. There you can see is where the Merc decided to go off. So I slowly pulled him in here. And he starts to lose the guys in front, so slipstream's not going to be on his side. Right, so coming into this braking zone here. Stayed a little bit wide just to give him some space because I knew he would have bumped me. As you can see, he would have hit me there again. Merc runs wide, put my nose on the inside. But I lose a little bit. I get a little bit of oversteer and the Merc comes back past. Really close there. So this is the type of racing I enjoy, when people actually understand what racing is and leaving space for other cars. But you know, being respectful at the same time, but at the same time being aggressive, looking for the overtaking places. See how I show nose? Just to try and get the Merc to be just a little bit distracted. And again, you'll see here, coming through here. Okay, I thought he bumped me there. Okay, so here I go a little bit defensive. And you'll see I get a little nudge from him again. But then he did wait for me to move back in front of him, so kudos to him there. Right, coming to the technical section. So these two corners, the right, left, I seem to pull a lot of guys in. Now, coming off the gas on the Jag really pulls the nose around, and like I say, because it's such a settled car, it really does turn. But through these right-handers I struggled. So here I put my nose on the inside of the GTR, we nap side by side, and he just turns into me. And again, Peugeot finds a way through. Okay, so I didn't get called out for that. The GTR did run wide. I didn't make contact. He did turn into me. Alright, now Merc's got no slipstream. So this was my opportunity to try and get past him. A little bit too far behind him, so I got nice and close. Get as wide as you can through the left-hander. Now watch the drive on the way out. I really pull him in here. Going into the chicane. That I got so nicely. Luckily. Okay, so I'm in the slipstream here now. He goes defensive. I go, cool, I'm going to brake a little bit earlier. which is still decent braking. And watch. Again. And that triggered this guy off. So he had a few words with the... oh, good driving here. He had a bit of words with the... with this English guy behind me. So here I just had to try pull a gap. So through these right-handers, I knew the Peugeot was quicker than me. Seemed to keep the nose down a lot easier than me. The Jag, as soon as I accelerate, nose lifts, nose lifts, nose lifts. But I knew that if I could just keep a big enough gap going down the first straight, I could then hold him off for the last lap. Big gap to the guys in front. Okay, coming on to the last lap now. So Peugeot starts pulling me in, pulls me in on the first part of this corner. On the exit, I get some good drive coming out. And through this chicane section, he really did push it every single time. And lucky for him, he seemed to got it every single time. Okay, so Porsche in front of me, I don't know if he got pushed off or whatever the case was. So I started to catch up to him. Here he braked a bit early and kept a very wide line. So I brake earlier than what I normally do. Nose on the inside. I hit the Porsche, he hit me. But I gave the Porsche the position back. So yes, that was partially my fault. But I don't know why the Porsche ran so wide initially. Okay, now I had to kind of just play a little bit of defense game against the Peugeot, because I thought he would try bump me off in some places. But at the same time, try put the pressure on the Porsche. So through here, this Porsche was quite a bit quicker than me. I wanted to try get the drive onto the last straight into the double left hand on the Porsche. Okay, so getting nice and close, getting nice and close. Show nose to try to distract the Porsche to brake a little bit later. He gets his braking point perfect. And again, Peugeot hits me. And that's how we ended the race. So, difference between people that don't know how to race and people that do know how to race. You can see a big difference there. So anyways, guys, update on the 24 Hour of Le Mans. We've got a few guys that are interested. We're filling up slots. If you guys are still interested, give us a shout. Please, yeah, like and subscribe. If you've got any questions, type it in the comment section. And, yeah, we can chat.